Glory to Jesus Christ. There is probably no one among us who did not experience their parents warning us and even asking us and begging us to avoid the company of certain people or groups. We usually would obey our parents' wish with reluctance because it was always the circle of friends with whom we had the most fun with. However, these warnings were based on their parental responsibility. St. Theophan the Recluse, in his writings, writes with great strictness and puts it on the hearts of parents to protect their children from bad society, which can direct the child to the path of sinful life. When we read the teachings of the Holy Fathers about the spiritual life, we can very often encounter encouragements that urge us to seriously follow the warnings of our parents, even in adulthood. And at the same time, the Fathers point to many specific cases where staying in a bad company causes a wreck in spiritual life. And we have this experience. How many times when we are in a questionable company, and let's say the company is swearing, and we are not used to swearing, but when we are in their company, we let out a couple of swears just to be included. Swearing is sinful, therefore we are already on the bad path. But at the same time, it's with a company of good people, or when you're in company with a priest, is you don't dare to swear. We have this experience. Some of these cases are very similar to the situation of the two possessed band that we hear from today's gospel. Although we do not know the details of their previous lives, the fact that they lived in pagan society tells us a lot. The immoral act of one person can ignite such a fire of passion in another person that it will bring a person to the very bottom of moral life. That's why he who consciously protects himself from bad company acts wisely. St. Isaac the Syrian, beautiful saint on spiritual life, in his fifth homily also warns us against bad company. But at the same time, he points out the benefits that come from choosing good company. St. Isaac says, stay away from immoral people as you would stay away from immorality. Avoid intemperance as you would abstain from intemperance. Because if just the memory of said people disturbs your thoughts, how much more will the sight of them and the lives they lead disturb you? Draw towards the righteous, and through them you will come close to God. Join the meek and learn their ways. For if only the sight of these mentions brings blessing, how much more blessing does the example of their life and the instruction of their mouth bring to our life? If we sincerely desire spiritual growth, we should not take these encouragements of the Holy Fathers lightly. On the other hand, the desire for good company is also a natural sign of zeal for the things of God and the desire for holiness and perfection. So, who should we consider a good company? The teachers of spiritual life advise us that it should be primarily the company of saints. It is valuable for us to get to know their life in order to learn from them the art of spiritual life. And it's also extremely important to read the works of the Holy Fathers like St. Isaac, St. Theophan, and many others that I've mentioned over these years here, and accept them as us being obedient disciples to them, because they offer us wisdom acquired through their sacrifices and experiences to make it easier for us to walk the path to salvation. So the first set of friends we should be saints. And then through their guidance, we choose the company of people who strive for the same goal in life, which is holiness. As we choose to be in a good company, we will really quickly notice a drastic fruitfulness of our faith. The first sign will be our significantly faster spiritual growth. And the second will be the experience that we unconsciously encourage ourselves by seeing others doing the same. I like the example of the napkin. One good priest, he used it in his homily. He said that, imagine a napkin on a table. And when you are about to lift it with one point, and you raise it up, that point rises. That's you. But what happens with the napkin? It's like a cone. Everybody around us grow their pace, in their willingness, but they grow. So it is important for us to strive to go higher, because others around us grow with us, and we ourselves are encouraged by their sacrifices, by their examples in faith. If we choose a saint to be our spiritual father, and we read the saints' counsels, and we try our best to be obedient to those counsels, then the saint becomes like a parent to us, who takes our hand and guides us through the not so good world, and helps us to determine what is good, what is God-pleasing, and what is not. So let us look into our life, and let's see who we are hanging out with. A bad company can quickly drag a person down to the very bottom of moral misery. But a good company can quickly drive a person to reach spiritual heights. There are so many saints that can help us each and every single day. It wouldn't be that bad to try asking them for help, so we can reach the spiritual heights also. Glory to Jesus Christ.
Glory forever.